Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of Ask Coach Marie. I'm Marie O'Neill, founder of Padma Life Coaching, and your host on this series. This is a place where you ask a question, and I give my unique opinion as a life renewal coach, astrologer, and past life regression facilitator. Please know that I'm not a therapist, and I will never tell you what you must do. Each week on Friday, a video is released with me answering 2 questions from the viewers. In addition to those 2 questions, I talk about various other life renewal topics. If you would like a deeper dive into the topics that I discuss here, check out my Substack page. On that page, I do a really deep dive, giving into the topics that I discuss here, giving you insights on how you can work with these issues. There are prompts, discussion prompts, and prompts that you can use to help yourself heal from issues that you are working with. The link to the Substack page is in the description below, so check it out. I actually have articles that come out twice a month. Every other week, there is an article coming out that will be sent to you doing a deeper dive into the subject matter here on the Ask Coach Marie series. So check it out. All right, let's go ahead and get started with the questions for this week. The first question comes from Alex, who is in Seattle, Washington. And Alex says, I feel completely stuck when it comes to making big decisions, career changes, moving, or even smaller daily choices. I overthink everything and end up doing nothing. How can I move past this decision paralysis and learn to trust my intuition? This is a good question, Alex, and thank you for sending it. When you have decision paralysis, it's a situation where you are overthinking. And the way to work with this is to actually put a stop sign up in your mind when you catch yourself having a difficult time with decisions. Just see the stop sign, just stop. And ground yourself. You want to ground yourself in the earth. And once you do that, that helps your body, your whole being to relax. Once you do that, you can ask yourself, what is right decision at this time? Whatever the decision is that you make, just know that it is right. And if it is not right, you will be guided and directed as to what decision is right. For example, looking for a new home, and you see several homes out there and you don't know which one to move into. Do what I'm suggesting, and that is stop. Think about the 3 homes, make a decision, decide on one. Now, as you are going through the process of doing paperwork or whatever it is you need to do to actually move, the universe will send you signs to let you know whether or not this was the right decision. The signs can be in the form of somebody else saying something to you, or it just not feeling right, or there's a delay in paperwork. Could be a myriad of things. But paying attention to what is coming your way will let you know whether this is the right decision or not. If it's not the right decision and you get insight from outside sources, change your mind. It's okay to change your mind as long as you haven't, of course, signed paperwork to say, I'm really going to move into this place. But there's always information that comes to us from outside sources, and the ultimate origination of that information is our higher mind and our intuition. So paying attention to what is coming your way will help you to build your intuition and to trust your instincts. This is one of the ways that you can do this. So comment below or send me an email letting me know how you are getting on with this. So our topic for today is actually based on the question that Alex just asked. And our question, the life renewal topic, is beyond the pros and cons list, cultivating your intuitive decision-making muscle. And this is something that you want to actively engage with and know, of course, first of all, we are in Earth School, so we're always learning. And as we grow and develop, we are given more challenges to help us develop more. With intuition, it is something that all of us have. We just don't necessarily trust it. Start with small decisions that you need to make. And when I say small, I mean decisions that you're not emotionally invested in. Maybe you're going to go shopping and you don't know which store to go into first. Pay attention to your intuition and you go into one store and maybe it's the right store or maybe it's not. If it's not the right store, you want to look at what caused you to go in that decision in the first place. What feeling arose to prompt you to go into that store? What thoughts came into your mind? Was there a thought that came in that says, oh, I really shouldn't go in there, but you overrode that thought and went in anyway? A lot of times our initial thoughts are accurate. We just override them. And when we override them, that's when we get in trouble. So you want to learn to trust those initial thoughts and go with it. This is how you start the process of building your intuition. You don't necessarily have to have lists of pros and cons if you stay in the present moment, because if you're staying in the present moment in current time, your intuition, your higher mind is going to always tell you what the next step needs to be. And this means staying quiet inside. It doesn't mean that the exterior part of your life isn't chaotic. It's just that you have to stay centered inside yourself to be able to get a feel for the quality of the energy that is coming towards you or you're being bombarded with, so that you know how to discern the quality of the energy. And that quality tells you whether what it is you want to do or the decisions that you're trying to make are right for you or not. There's a nuance to it. However, as you grow and develop, you will become much more comfortable with those nuances and you'll be able to sense the nuances and know what is right action. Send me an email or comment letting me know how you are working with your intuition. Are you trusting your intuition? And are you paying attention to the different shades of energy that your intuition is sending you? An example of a different shade is when you're talking to, say you're talking to 2 or 3 different people. We all know quite a few people. Think about the energy of each of those individuals that you know. Each of them has a different way of talking to you, a different resonance with you. And this is what happens with the intuition too. You'll learn to feel, I'm going to say resonance of your intuition. You'll start to feel that. So let me know how you're getting on with your intuition and if you're trusting it. And if you're not trusting it, what do you think the issue actually is for not trusting yourself, actually? All right, let's move on to the second question for today. Our next question comes from Chloe, who is in Austin, Texas. Chloe writes, I'm constantly seeking external validation and advice for every choice I make. And then I often regret not listening to my gut. How can I quiet the noise from others and strengthen my own inner voice so I can make choices that truly align with me? Chloe, that's a very good question. And for all of us, the goal is to learn to trust our own inner wisdom versus someone else's wisdom. It's okay to, of course, listen to advice from others. It's okay to listen to advice from me. However, you have to feel within yourself whether that advice fits for you or not. Advice given can be right for one person or other people, but it may not be right for you because we have so many different avenues to reach goals. And for you, of course, you have to feel within yourself what feels right. And as I was saying to Alex, and as I talked about in the life renewal topic, this takes a skill and it takes a lot of work to do, but you can do it. You want to start small with something insignificant, something where you're not emotionally tied to the outcome, and start building from there. When someone is giving you advice, you have to feel whether it feels right to you. It's very difficult to know what is right intellectually because it's not the intellect that is engaged. It is the heart. It is the whole being. And I also find that as you heal from trauma, your intuition gets sharper. And this is because there isn't the hindrance or the interference there or the static with the trauma that is blocking the intuition coming through. Or at least this is the way it worked for me. I never used to really trust my intuition, but as I progressed with healing, my intuition just started to flow a lot easier because I didn't have the blocks. And that's probably what is happening with you too. So if you can continue your healing journey to release any shadow that you have within yourself, then your intuition is naturally going to be enhanced because it's there and it is doing its best to get through to you. Send me a note, email me, let me know what you think about this and if it's working for you, or comment below. I'd love to hear how you are getting on. And thank you so much for sending this question to me. All right, we have come to the end of the session for this week, for this particular episode. Please be sure to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel because it does help with the algorithms. It helps get these videos out to other people. If you'd like to learn more about the work that I do, you can certainly check out my website, padmalifecoaching.com. On there, I talk about astrology, life coaching, and past life regression. I give you information on how I work with these particular tools. You can email me your questions at padmacoach@icloud.com. That's padmacoach@icloud.com. If you would like to learn more about how I work through a lot of the trauma that I encountered, just like all of us have trauma that we have to work with. And in my book, And the Lotus Opened, a memoir, I talk about how I've worked with some of the trauma, healed it actually. You can find that book anywhere online books are sold. All right, thank you so much for being here. I will see you back here next week. Bye-bye.